Right, I'm only an hour from the sea, so whilst I'm in the desert, I'm eating ceviche. This could be a famous last meal. After my venture into having a ceviche in the desert, well, the end result was not particularly what I was expecting. So I guess it was a bit like Russian roulette. And Latin Americans are very passionate people. So a party, I mean, they don't really need an excuse to party. But when they have a party, it really fucking goes on till God knows what time. Last night's party didn't fucking finish till about 4 o'clock this morning, so it wasn't particularly relaxing. And today, it's a fucking concert. So there's the stage. And there's a Kombi. I'm out of here. Once it gets a little bit cooler, I'm driving back down to the beach. Oh yeah! Well, I've left the campsite and I've got about 150 kilometers or something, 170 kilometers to get to Ica. Obviously, it's a beautiful vista, but there's fucking plastic everywhere. On this stretch, I was warned by a local not to pick up hitchhikers. I certainly don't want to sound bigoted, but he said don't pick up any Latino hitchhikers because obviously it's Panamerican and a lot of people who are hitchhiking clearly in a very desperate situation. A lot of immigrants. He brought up Venezuelans and a lot of countries, to be fair, like for example Chile. In Colombia, they blame the Venezuelans for the crime. I don't know if Venezuelans have a disposition to crime. There is a lot of violence, and there was a lot of violence in Venezuela. Certainly parts of Caracas, the capital, are very dangerous. I'd love to go to Venezuela. I'm still indecisive as to whether or not I'll make it. A lot of that's got to do with security, I guess, and also the availability of things like fuel. Because the sanctions the US have put on the Venezuelans, you know, it's like all sanctions. The sanctions, before they even affect the regime as such, or force the regime to change, they hurt the people. And when the people are desperate or whatever, then obviously they turn to crime because they're desperate to feed their families or whatever. Don't pick up the hitchhikers going north that don't look like gringos. I always help hitchhikers. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, I've got one spare seat. I'll only help one hitchhiker at a time though. I did hear Kombi power! America, and believe me, they were just bad drivers. Here, they're super aggressive drivers. They're happy to have a crash into you just to get in front. Like it's Holy Week, so half the roads are closed. So this has been a real test, this journey. But well, this is Wakachina, as the dunes. This place is fucking awful. It's just gringo after gringo, hostel after hostel. I'm not even bothered doing the sandboarding. Can't be bothered. It's just a tough day. I'm really struggling today, and I'm missing my kids so much. Now, Facebook sends sends all the memories, and obviously you get the first 7 years of Jake's life. Every year we're together for his birthday. And he's 11 today. Last time I saw him he was 7.5. So hopefully I see him before he's 12. But yeah, I wish I had a friend with me just to give me a hug, because I could use one right now. And this is what gringos do. They go on tours up there and snowboards down. And you're not allowed to swim in this, so I'm going to get back to the hotel and go for a swim. It's a naturally occurring oasis, this one. I don't know where the water comes from. It's obviously artesian. But it is gringo central down here. Just met two really nice guys. A Scottish guy, first guy from Glasgow I've ever been able to understand, and this really nice guy from California. Apparently, if you go in the water, $800 solid fine, $100.
Oh yeah, that's a serious tan, man. It's in my bag. Tomorrow I'm gonna head back to the coast and get away from all the tourists. Check this dog out, it's huge. Hey. Oh, what a beautiful dog, man. It's fucking odd here. This dog must really cook during the day. This is Ricardo. And I'm in his tuk-tuk. This guy's amazing, man. He's my driver.
I'm from Venezuela.
Ah, bueno.
Australia.
Okay, the weather's died down. I mean, it's hot here. It's like 35 degrees every day. So 5 o'clock in the afternoon, time to push off to a place called El Chaco. It's only 70 kilometers away, so it's not very far. And then there's a national park called Paracas, not far from there. So I'm slowly working my way up to Lima. But the Kombi's doing well. As Harry said, don't drive it in the middle of the day, and everything will be right. Ciao, amigo. Muchísimas gracias. It's a beautiful part of the day, this. Beautiful sunsets. There's just so much lit everywhere. It's almost like you can't imagine they're producing this much plastic and waste in here. It's almost like it's been blowing here. It's just everywhere. But beautiful, beautiful colours in the sky. Oh, the campsite was full. So get this, right? I found this other place. It was 40 soles to stay in my car, or 40 soles to get a room in the place. So I'm like, I got a room. Tomorrow I head off to the national park. Spent a day there. I don't think you're allowed to camp at the park, which is a shame, but it's not possible. I might give going a swim a bit of a miss by the looks of that. Oh my god. It's where I stayed last night. It's actually quite comfortable. Yeah, okay. Thankfully it's not too hot, but it's going to get hot today, so I want to try and get all the movement out of the way before it gets too hot. It's still really dry. I'm only about 7 kilometres from the beach, so desolate out. It's incredible. The pool at the hotel was a bit fucking green for my liking. I mean, probably had a 2-inch layer of algae on top of it. I guess they just said they just opened up. I mean, I'd hate to see the place in 10 years if that's the case. But anyway, the room was pretty comfortable. Look at this one. You know what's sad? Okay, this is it. Just down at Paracas. Finally hit the coast again. There's Pisco up there. Paracas, okay. Downtown Paracas on the Malecon. Malecon's what they call the coast, sort of the marine parade, or the street that runs along the beach. Fishing fleet, okay, good. Beaches should be good down here. Hopefully, won't fuck me up like the one in the desert did. We do all the boat trips here for this island, which is out there, not far. As I said, they call it the poor man's Galapagos. Very poor man's Galapagos. I think I might just stay down here tonight on the beach for free. Plenty of restaurants, plenty of toilets. Had a shower today, got the sea there. Well, I'll probably need a shower after getting out of the sea, given the state of the water, but I'm sure this place will get pretty lively at night. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, it's all about ceviche up here. Cevicheria. Actually, just had some really nice calamari, so tonight I'll do ceviche. I'm just going to park here. I'm not going to go back to a hotel. Park up on the beach. Apparently up here is a really good parking spot. Okay, I found my spot. I'm just going to find some shade. There's a bit of shade there under the tree. See where I'm overlanders there. It's going to be hot though without the shade, that's for sure. Ah, perfect. I have to admit, I didn't realise that Peru was such a dry country. This is the national park. Ironically, this is the cleanest part of Peru I've seen so far.
know, I don't begrudge people doing tours because when you've got no transportation, it's the only way to do something. You can't get around. But this is really where the Kombi comes into its own. And despite all the blown engines and, you know, all the fucking headaches, and admittedly, I met one of the greatest guys I've ever met in my entire life, Hori, you know, who I love very much. But this is really where it helps having having your own vehicle. I mean, apparently I think it shuts at 5 at the national park. We're going to try and see if I can stay the night. I'm going to see what happens. What am I going to say? Leave? Okay, no problem. It's beautiful here. The shade, it's so stunning, and it's clean.